Hi, Mrs. Rose.
Hi, puppy.
I'm made of yarn.
You are?
I want to show the kids about yarn today, 'cause I'm made of yarn.
Okay, puppy. What do you think yarn is made out of?
I don't know. Fibers or something?
Yes. Sometimes it's made out of sheep, wool. Sometimes it's made out of fibers, like you say, or different kinds of things like acrylics. And there's lots of different kinds of yarn.
This is a big ball of yarn. Very big and windy.
Yeah, it is. Let's describe this a little bit with some words.
Okay.
Can you help me take my pen cover off?
Yeah.
Pull, pull. Thank you, puppy.
You're welcome. That was yucky.
I know, you shouldn't suck on your pens. Let's describe some words about yarn. What do you think yarn is like?
Well, it's soft.
Very good. Let's write soft in some big letters. It's definitely soft. What else do you know about yarn?
It's winding.
Yes, it's very winding. It winds around and round. What could you do with yarn?
You could knit a puppy.
Yes, you're made out of knit. You're knitted. Let's put knit. That's a word that starts with K but sounds like N at the front. You only hear the N. What else?
Crochet.
Yes, you can crochet. Crochet is a hard word to spell. C-R-O-C-H-E-T. The CH sounds kind of like sh in SH, but it's spelled with a CH.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yes, we're going to crochet something. We're going to crochet a bracelet. Would you like to watch?
Yes. Oh, kids are going to like this.
Yes, they are. Put your little nose over here and let's crochet. This is what I'm going to use is this thick yarn. And the first thing we're going to do is make a knot. Okay, so you're going to cross your crochet into a loop. See how it's crossed? And then you're going to take a piece of yarn from the ball side and put it behind and through the loop. See? And then you're going to pull. And you should get a pretty big little loop there. You can make it a little smaller by just pulling on one side and getting it to about the size of your finger. Because we're going to finger crochet today. We're going to stick our finger in that little loop and then we're going to start to crochet. Here's how you do it. You put your finger in the loop and you wrap the yarn from the ball side, not this little string down here, that's your extra. Okay, leave that down there. Wrap around from the ball around your finger and then just hold it with your other fingers underneath. Take the yarn that's closest to your knuckle, right here, take that yarn and put it over that yarn and then give it a little pull and it sort of stretches out. You have to pull it again so it gets around your finger, not too tight, just enough to be snug, and it makes a little knot there. Now watch again. I'm going to hold the knot with my fingers underneath here. I'm going to wrap around my finger and then I'm going to hold the yarn underneath again with my other fingers. I'm going to pull the yarn over top and then I'm going to pull it up a little bit, holding it like that, and it gets a little tighter, and then pull that back down. You see how it's working? I'm going to show you a couple more times in case you can't see on my camera. Sometimes my camera gets in the wrong spot. So if you didn't see it, here's how it's starting to turn out. Hold that on the bottom with your finger and thumb, your middle finger and your thumb. Wrap it around your finger from the ball, round. And again, just hold that down underneath so that it doesn't come off. Take your other finger from your other hand and pull that piece over top. Then you have to just tighten it and get back down. See how this just kind of is a pull string. It goes up and down. I can maneuver it by pulling the yarn on the other side. I'm ready to go again. Hold the knitting. Look how it's getting longer. Hold the knitting, go around, hold it, and pull around, pull. Okay, I'm going to make sure that you can see this. I'm going to go from a different angle. Okay, so go around, hold it underneath, go over, and pull it. I'm pulling this side. Whatever side pulls it tight is what the side you want to pull, and then the other side you pull your loop back to your finger. Keep doing that again and again and again. Pretty soon it gets longer and longer. I'm going to do it a bunch of times. You get the hang of it as you go. Pretty soon you get a little faster as you learn which ones to pull. Don't forget to hold it. Pull over each time. And as you go, you can see it's starting to get longer, and you want to get it long enough to go around your wrist so that you can make a bracelet. It doesn't take too long, especially if you use really fat yarn like this. If you use a thinner yarn, it might take longer. I'm kind of using all my fingers in the quickest way I can to make it work fast for me. It's making little stitches called crochet. Now you could do this with a crochet hook, which is a little harder. Big people can do that, but little kids do really well with it on their finger. Now if your yarn gets too tight, unroll it. And that's winding, just like the words say. And we are crocheting. We're not knitting. Knitting you do with some needles, and that's a different kind of way to weave yarn or put it together. And the puppy over there, he's made from knitting. I make a lot of things with knitting. Okay, it's starting to get longer. Getting faster at this. And see how if you use a multicolor yarn, it's kind of pretty. And when you get done, you're going to knot it off, and I'm going to show you how to do that. It's pretty easy. I want to get it just a little bit longer. I almost lost my yarn there. If it falls off your finger like this, just put your finger back on. Okay, don't worry. If you accidentally pull it while your finger's off and you lose it, you could probably have somebody help you, or you could start over. Hopefully that won't happen to you. Okay, now I'm ready to tie it off and make it into a bracelet. So I left my loop here where my finger was, okay? I'm going to make it a little bit bigger, just pull it back out a little bit. See my, well, there's my loop. Now I'm going to cut my yarn a little ways down. I'm going to use a scissors. Grabbing my scissors, and I'm going to cut it. I'm going to take that length of yarn that I cut, whoops, I'm going to put it through the hole, my loop, where my finger was, and I'm going to pull, 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 and it will become a knot. Now I've got two ends, and I can tie those together around my wrist and have a bracelet. You might have someone do that for you because it's hard to tie on your own arm. Then if you want, you can attach some little beads and tie those on and let them dangle down, or you can tie a bow there and make it go up on this side and have a bow. Whatever you want to do with your little crochet thing. Or you can just keep it as a bookmark. It can work for lots of things. Have fun.